So here's the grand set. Game 1, he won RPS, and if I recall correctly, he has a pretty nutty opening. Upstart Greed. No, just Upstart. Not that bad. Shades of that Morphing Jar from Game 3 of the winner's set. So just to be safe, I set these two before attacking. Ends up just being a Dekoichi though. And this duo is heartbreaking. He ends up hitting my Angel with the random one. In retrospect, I think I should have discarded the Sorcerer. I was kind of just being too. It's kind of just tunnel visioning, right? Like thinking, oh, Sorcerer is such a good card, I don't want to give it up. But it took me forever to get another Dark. Charity, no way am I firing that off this early. He decided not to attack in that last turn. I don't know if there was a reason for that. It might have just been error. He does this second set, and now I really got to make something happen. Duo not the worst, but Duo's still not live for me. But it will be live for me, so I kind of gotta hold it for as long as possible. It ends up being a Sangan, so that Torrential is pretty much like the worst Torrential in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! I set the second Goat, again just thinking Faith flip into Duo. I don't know if I really needed to do that. Fortunately, it gave me pretty good odds that this breaker doesn't hit one of these really good cards, and it gives me some time to kind of set something up. Oh yeah. I don't know why we both thought I could do this. I mean, I did the classic look at DD Warrior Lady as kind of like dark card art. Think, oh, that's a dark, right? Sorcerer banishes Sinister and force a Torrential. I ended up getting absolutely washed in this game anyways, so fortunately it didn't, I didn't cheat to win this game 1 of Grand Finals. I would have felt really bad if I did. But yeah, literally we just didn't know, neither of us noticed this, and neither of these watchers noticed it either. Now the floodgates are open. He's getting in. He's bringing into my life with this second Dekoichi. I'm not getting anything. Third Dekoichi, and he smells blood in the water. Goes for that BLS. Azura would have been decent for me there. He ends up ringing it. Here's all of his Trinity pieces. And at this point, I'm feeling like Heavy Storm's kind of inevitable, and there's not really a way for me to survive Heavy Tribe. Kills 3. It's fun. I mean, I guess I gotta fire off the Duo, right? Try to hit Heavy Storm Tribe, I guess. But yeah, I'm really just fucked. He's got his other 2 Sorcerers. Obviously, he saw 30 out of his 40 cards in deck, so no way for me to fucking survive that. So I did the same kind of siding that I did in Game 3 of the winner's set, 2 Dust Shoot, 1 Mind Control, if I recall correctly. I get Dust Shoot and I see his hand. I think this time I write it, Upstart Charity Duo Sakumir, and he says, you're in trouble. Charity Duo. Pretty good. I sent back a Sorcerer. That was the only monster. Yeah, he forgets to shuffle. Draws a Sorcerer. Not too good a card to draw there. He fires off the Duo. He gets MST. and I discarded the book, yeah. We got a Sook, so. Yeah, I'm not ready to fire that charity off just yet. He's ready to fire his off. He gets a Serpent. But like, you know, already this isn't looking like that terrible for me. Like two Thunder Dragons has got 4 real cards, right? It's not like my cards are terrible. He summons this Blade Knight. I have way more than enough life points to just let that go, and kind of just take the free card with Sook, or attempt to Hisaku's correctly. But the way this works out, now I get to Saku, who's Blade Knight, and my Dark Mimic can get set, and I get a second flip monster to follow a nobleman, which he doesn't end up having. He has to summon a sorcerer and go for this. I think he was really thinking this was a Sangan. I'm not sure exactly why, but I think this... Oh, no. He was thinking it's an angel, right? Because I don't have a light engrave, and if this was an angel, he would deny me a light at the cost of like 500 life. It ends up going horribly wrong for him though, because it's a Dark Mimic. So he banishes a Dark. I already have a Dark engrave, and I get a draw. And so now I kind of have some room to start a comeback. If I recall correctly, I'm trying to get heavy here. I really want a heavy, so I can DD Warrior Lady banish this fucking Serpent. I don't get it. I get a bunch of light monsters, which is cool. And yeah, I'm just going for it. He's already used one Saku, and now he has to use a Mirror Force. I think this Torrential ends up being money for me too. No, now he does his heavy. One sec. Cooling. What's up? I'm cooling. So he tributes Sinister Serpent for Thunder Dragon, kills 2 of my tokens. Thank God this isn't a BLS, right? He sets something that could be Serpent, could be like any of his other remaining flip effects in deck. I get my Graceful back here, that's nice. And I'm not fucking taking any chances. I knock, it's a Faith. Unfortunately, he gets to see that I drew my Faith, because I don't banish any. And I'm firing off my Charity. I think here I get to, no, I don't use the Mind Control yet. Because again, I set another Faith. Get my Charity back again. Finally, I get this Serpent. And I get a Greed, which is nice. There's that heavy. I think. So yeah, first I snatch the Sorcerer, banish that Thunder Dragon. If I recall correctly here, we pretty much just go for it. I meta, ask for a response, he has none. I look at exactly 3 Darks and Lights in his grave. I'm a Dark Blade. Mind Control, and this is also a fucking Morphing Jar. I chose to flip the Morphing Jar main phase 2. I mean, I know. So this is a Serpent. That's confirmed once I Mind Control the Morphing Jar. So I could have like banished 2 lights and a Serpent and left him with a Dark or something like that. But then I opened myself up to a Torrential. And the way I had done it, I played up to Torrential up to that point. So played around Torrential up to that point. So I kind of didn't want to give that up. Set the Mimic first. Steady Storm's gone, so I can just do whatever the fuck I want with my back row, which is nice. And this time I don't have Ring, so I can't like guarantee that he can't morphing draw again. Luckily, I think he leaves it set. No, he flips it. But again, I have Heavy Storm, so it's not that bad. Plus, I get Ring and 2 Chaos Monsters, so like a lot would have to go right for him here. He was down to 8 in deck, but you know, once I know he doesn't play goats, or like, it wouldn't even matter, right? He's got 2 on board. It's pretty much a win-win for me. If he solemns this, he's fucked. If he doesn't solemn it, he's fucked. I've got Knock, BLS, Sorcerer. So yeah, I kind of pulled that one out of my ass. Damn. In game 3, this one I almost fucked this up so much. I was kind of expecting a sequence switch up, because up until in the winter set especially, he had been setting Deco before Faith, but given the option, I was kind of putting him on going back to his old ways, right? Even though, so like you might say like, oh man, like Mind Control here would have been really, really good, because I've got a Pot of Greed, right? And I'm putting him on Faith. But given the choice, I typically Nobleman before Mind Control, because Mind Control is typically more live in late game. So like if this game goes on, he doesn't give me another good Mind Control target for like, or like another good set to Mind Control, I can still Mind Control a Sorcerer later on, and then that's still just like smashing ground a Sorcerer, which is not great, but also not terrible. Whereas if I have a Nobleman stuck in my hand in one of those late games, I pretty much just have to have a Tsukiyomi if I want to use that Nobleman to clear a Chaos Monster. I'm certainly not unhappy to just get rid of both of his faiths, Pot of Greed, duo his last 2 cards. My biggest mistake here, though, I set this fucking Serpent, and it almost loses me the game. I leave myself with exactly 2 in hand. So if he had a duo, he would have just fucked me over. He didn't end up having a knock, but I ended up having to. He didn't do anything to the Serpent either, so I locked myself out of goats, take the opportunity to play around duo. And if I just set the Dekoichi, I would like the game would have been spiraling out of his control really fast at this point. It's still not that bad of a situation for me, but now I have a charity. Still have this stupid ass Serpent down. Can't do anything with it. Salku's Dekoichi. And so yeah, I set the heavy here. Again, thinking playing around duo. But this, I think this should have been obvious to me. And at this point, I'm thinking, man, if I just let this game 3 slip, I'm an idiot once again. But yeah, in retrospect, I definitely should have just, because like he had a turn to flip up a duo here from one of these 2 back row. For whatever reason, he decided to set duo turn 1 and hold it, which I think is terrible, and I'm pretty sure he does too. He thinks that's terrible too. But like if he just, for whatever demented reason, decided to hold a duo, he had his chance to use it, and he would have. Whereas there's a much bigger chance that one of these 2 back row is heavy. So given the choice between playing around one or the other, I should definitely play around the heavy. I did not notice that, and I get punished heavily for it. He flips Tribe. And some is BLS, which, you know, now I just lose my Serpent for good. Fortunately, what ends up happening is I draw a Ring of Destruction. And a Mind Control. So, Mind Control the BLS, get rid of the BLS off tops. Can't afford, given the choice between taking 16 and 3,000, definitely going to take the 16 here. Ring the tribe, get it over with as soon as possible. I'll give him an extra 1600. Draw breaker, that's a good one. And I end up hitting a dust, I believe. Dust is an interesting choice for him to. I think he sided those in. 2 cards, doesn't draw an out again. I draw one of my dust. Oh yeah, I brought in a dust as well. I think it was just one, just because I was thinking solemns and returns. And I guess I'm kind of happy that I did, because I get the Synphase dust to kind of give myself more confidence that I can keep attacking. He upstarts and flips Nobleman here, I believe. Yeah, that set's a Nobleman. And then this set, Trinchel's gone, 1 Saku's gone, so it can be, like it's like 50-50 to be a Saku or a Mirror Force if it's something relevant, right? If it's returned, then he's like extra fucked. And I draw this monster, and I pretty much just go for it. I summon those Zerapries, attack. It ended up covering the right one, although admittedly it was kind of a coin flip. It was a Mirror Force. Would have kind of gotten screwed. But then I would have had at least one more turn to like draw something to kill him. Fortunately, I didn't have to do that. I got the game right there. So yeah, that was the grand final set. Somehow I came back from an awful game 1 for me. I mean, I played it like trash, and I accidentally cheated. Again, sorry, Hyper. And I don't know if there's anything else really to say about it. Yeah, I think I'll just leave it at that.